Welcome everyone, and we are back with episode 2 of Slogman Plays Feed the Beast. First off, as you can tell, we might be in a little bit of a different place, and my skin might look a little bit weird, but I will get to that in a second. First all, before the sun falls, I want to thank everyone who gave my video a watch last week, because that was the most viewed video I've made yet, and you know, that is just it feels good that I almost got 100 views when some of my other videos honestly have not gotten a single view except for mine to make sure the audio was good. So definitely gotta give a thanks to everyone for that. And alright, so second thing is, you may see that we are in a completely different location. And before I was in a town, some server plugin that allows towns to be made, that kind of thing. Those of you who have played on servers with this know what I'm talking about, but someone can like create a town basically, and it's a community kind of deal where you get a bunch of either friends or just server mates and you all play together. Anyway, well, I was part of that, and after I saw that some of you were like, well, it's kind of weird seeing someone just like, oh, suddenly you have power and everything. And honestly, I didn't like that so much because I didn't have to work for anything. So I eventually, well, I left actually fairly quickly, and as you can see on this map, I am, well, you can't see much, but if you look at the coordinates, it's quite a bit different than where the town was. So, and I only brought a couple cocoa beans, not really any seeds, and the saplings was the main thing, and berry bushes. In fact, I have all my ore berries cooking right down here. Some of them are still growing. So I left with not much. In fact, amazingly, I was able to test something called the electric boat, which uses your backpack to fuel it amazingly fast. And surprisingly cheapish, but anyway. So I didn't have anything really to start with, so I planted my saplings not too long ago. Some rubber, maple. No, this is a forced sapling tree. There's a maple somewhere, and there's the maple, and there's a spider. I'm trying to remember those. Oh dear, that's a lot of mobs. I actually have all 4 types of berry bushes now, which definitely an improvement. I found, I believe, 1 or 2 of them in this area. As you can see, I still do not have a house. I have a nice colored crafting table because when I got here, there was only 1 tree I could use to create anything. I brought the bed myself, but anyway, for a very small amount of you may have noticed I never uploaded Faster Than Light yesterday, or Friday actually, and part of that is because the fact that my last video had 1 view, and I'm fairly certain that was me. So I'm definitely thinking not scrapping the series because I really do enjoy playing it, but perhaps making, instead of 2 episodes a week, 1 episode a week, but making it twice as long, maybe 2 sectors. But that is for a different video to go in depth with what I'm planning on that. Probably going to be the first Faster Than Light video that's done like that, where I will explain everything. But what we are going to be doing today is definitely making a mine, because I do not have any resources yet. And there is a mining age because the moderators here don't want everyone tearing up all the surface. But It would be fairly dangerous, I believe, for me to go there without really any special suits. And as you can see, new skin instead of the Vault Dweller. It's a 30s guy. Special thanks for whoever, for the people who made it. I don't have their names right now, but yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's probably full of large quarry holes, and probably going to get me killed pretty quickly. So anyway, we are going to be making a mine, not a big quarry or anything, just a small little mine to get us started, as well as a new house. Now, I'm going to be doing some of this off camera so that the video doesn't need to be split up into smaller parts, as well as I want to keep the video as small as possible while getting the most amount of work done, because I still need to find a better video compressor than the Windows Movie Maker that I use. So I will be right back with a brand new quarry mine shaft, and we will be using what we have dug up on a brand new house that isn't a nice big wool tent. And we are back, everyone, and our mining trip was a success. The reason why I decided to cut it is you've probably seen, I don't know, if you watch any Minecraft series, you've probably seen dozens of people go mining, and it's nothing crazy special. I did not finish my mining trip because there were a lot of mobs. I stumbled into a cavern, but I definitely got quite a bit of stuff. This kind of shows it off. But we are probably in the correct time to start building a house. For those of you who see the red lines, just try to ignore those. Actually, hang on. Let me quickly... There we go. They should all be taken care of. You might see a little bit of a cut or something, but unfortunately my keybind for recording is also keybound to show chunks. But anyway, we are living in a big wool, well, very small wool house, and I think it might be time that we expand onto a more proper house. And we do have quite a bit of wood that we can use. You know what? Oh, eucalyptus. That is what this tree is called. Eucalyptus. And it's kind of a bit of a pink. My crafting table in there, that was like a odd color, was made from that tree over there, actually, because you can't make crafting tables out of great wood. But anyway, we do have a house to build, and for that I will probably want a shovel to dig out and clear out an area. Now, as much as I love being right on this cove area, I think it would be better to go a little more inland. Where is the rest of my darn wood? Ah, there it is. Yeah, my chests are incredibly organized. I kind of organized them when I was bringing everything back, but I still need more space, which is why I gotta make a house. Anyway. Why is it... never mind about that. What I was getting to is an idea that I had for the server, because one of our admins was trying to ignore the block lag. We've been having it all day. It was pretty frustrating when I was mining, but whatever. Anyway, he has Bycraft, and he wants to start implementing that on the server. Now, when we were on the older version of Feed the Beast with a different different map, we had like paydays, and for every so many minutes that you were on, you got paid like $5, and then you can also use some money to buy things at shops that players create in the market. A lot of people actually just used the barter system. I also had a shop. It was a smashing hit, selling rotten flesh for like, I believe the price was 15 cents per flesh. It, as you can guess, did not do very well. I think I made a total of 4 or 5 transactions for an entire stack or two. But you could also buy more useful things like solar panels. Bees were a big one. And just whatever people wanted to sell. However, I have not seen paydays at all. I think donators get like I'm not exactly sure how it's set up right now. I think it still needs to be working, or it still needs to get worked upon. But we also have a Hunger Game map or world, whichever one you want to call it, that has not been used yet, or else you would have found a Hunger Games video, although I'm not sure how well I'm going to do once we start using them. But the idea, or some of the ideas floating around, because all of the staff team are kind of stumped on what the best way of getting money out to the economy is. Some say like a lottery. Others think, well, actually a lottery was the only idea thrown out so far. And some people just didn't like that, so that got scrapped. So I'm thinking... Sorry about that, I had to count out how much I was digging here. Actually, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. So I was thinking, you know, what's a really cool way to get money out into the economy? And I had come up with the idea of gambling. And some of the things that I came up with was definitely betting on Hunger Games. That's a given. You know, because we've already planned on not donations, but sponsors for the hunger, or for people out there, you know, just like in the book. And I was definitely thinking, well, think of it kind of like a horse race. You gotta bet on who's going to win. So definitely betting on victors of the Hunger Games. Excuse me, I gotta take a drink real quick. But I was thinking, well, we haven't had a Hunger Games yet, so what else can we bet on? And so I am planning on building, once I get onto my feet, have some power and all that, or maybe just getting the idea out there for some of the other people to build, but an arena. Nothing crazy, but, you know, maybe. But basically a gladiator type arena. And you can bet on, like, 2 people go in, or 2 against 2 people, 2v2, whatever, like teams. And you can bet on the victors of those. And I think it would be fairly interesting to see it all. So definitely tell me what you guys think about that, any ideas to help improve that, because I feel like, you know, the server probably should have some form of economy, because we do have a market set up at spawn. Last time I checked, there wasn't a whole lot up and running, but I'm sure it has grown since then. And I mean, who doesn't want to buy something, like whatever? On the last map, I tried to see how far I could get without doing anything, and I had a good mob grinder up with pigmen. And let me tell you, I got pretty darn far without ever having to really work. Alright, hang on, I gotta count out one, let's see, I'll need 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There we go. So here is the foundation of one of the rooms. This is probably going to be the main workshop. And oh dear, it's turning night already. I broke my shovel. But this will probably be a workshop kind of thing. It's going to be a 9x18 on the inside. And then I will probably have another room on the side that will be a simple 9x9, and definitely a second story for at least living quarters, and maybe a farm on the roof kind of deal. I'm certainly taking a little bit of inspiration from Direwolf's 9x9 houses that he builds. Although, hopefully mine will be a little more aesthetically pleasing than a stone brick house. So, anyway, I really do want your opinion on the gambling idea, and I'm sure that it can get... I'm sure there's things that we can put in to improve it. In fact, I, after this, need to write up an explanation of what I said, because last week when I was thinking about it, I thought of it, and I told the Corza, the admin, or is it Koza? Either way, I butcher pronunciation of names and words in general, but I said it was like, you know how when you have this crazy idea in your mind's going 120 miles per hour and you can't really describe what you're thinking, you can only say like caveman words like gambling, we need gambling, I can't explain. And it went like that, and I said, oh, well, I'll just put it up on the forum. Well, I never did do that. I seem to have either forgotten or whatever. Well, I did forget until when I was mining. Oh, we can only build one shovel. Ooh, goody, more steak. Ooh, oh. But I do need to type that up, but definitely room for improvement with that idea. Next episode, I will probably actually finish up the house off camera between episodes, because I'm only done with the foundation. Oh, jeez. That's it. Yeah, you don't want to blow up. No. You don't want to blow up. Now don't blow up. Ah, haha. Anyway, I've only done the foundation. I'm not sure how far we've gotten into this, but I will definitely not finish furnishing it until until next episode, and I will also be working on possibly Tinker's Construct, because I do need some better tools. I also found an iron chest plate from one of those drop bags, spoil bags, or I believe they're called spoil bags. Let me check real quick. Okay, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so definitely going to be working on this. Gotta type up that idea for the staff, and gotta quit living in a tent. But that'll be all. See ya, everyone.